Ladies and gentlemen, today's review is for an album that's somewhat older than the others that I'd reviewed so far in the Shitty Album Review series. It actually was released just 2 years before Nickelback's All the Right Reasons. A steaming turd pile, as you know. The album is called Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff. Yes, this is the third singer in this series who started out with Disney, a money-grubbing company with an anti-Semitic past. The first thing wrong with the album is right the fuck in front of you. This has to be one of the most perplexingly bad album covers ever committed to a long play in music history. There are zero indicators for as to what the art directors of this album were going for. The album is called Metamorphosis, but I don't have any clue how a blaringly closed-up picture of Hilary Duff is supposed to signify metamorphosis. Give these album writers a dictionary, or better yet, give them a copy of both The Fly from 1986 and the novel Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka from 1915 so they will have a clue what they are doing when making an album cover. It's just so awkward and low budget looking for a child star and for a multi-million-dollar studio budget. And what's with these little strands of hair from her outer bangs doing? They look like they are being pulled at by an assistant of the photographer. There's only one strand of hair being pulled in the right side of the picture, as opposed to her right in the picture. Her earrings aren't straight. Her smile is lifeless as above all. It looks like someone just pulled a picture of her from a group photo and they went in Photoshop and put a stock aqua green background behind her face. What a wasted opportunity for this teen pop star's first album. It was bad to market the album to young preteen audiences with a cover like this, because it detracts their minds from viewing music as a cherished art form by presenting them a cover that is so inversely generic. Just go down the street into some random neighbor's house, dig out one of the photo albums, and you are bound to find a picture that resembles this album cover. It could be anybody. There's an alternate version of this album cover which was released outside the US which is almost just as bad as the official. She looks anorexic and has no ass. Then there's the real monstrosity, which is the music. Hilary Duff has no singing ability at all. All she does is a potty piss and moan before the mic and then it's on to the next song. That of which she has no songwriting credits to. The album starts with "So Yesterday" with some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard. And they go, "You can change your life, if you wanna, you can change your clothes, if you wanna, if you change your mind well, that's the way it goes but, I'm gonna keep your jeans and your old black hat cause I wanna, they look good in me." What the fuck? That's how you want to start your album. And career off, with lyrics equating making a life-altering decision to changing one's clothes? Back in 2003, there were serious musicians out there, performing in bars, coffee houses, in the streets and selling their shit independently, and most likely, they had a talent for not only the music they played, but the lyrics they wrote, too. And she sings this in the most childish manner you could imagine, rendering this as novelty pop that's suitable only for a preteen audience, but even the preteens would be smart enough to not stoop for this lack of tact. The big single of the album, "Come Clean," is the second track, and I can't even remember how it goes, despite having listened to the album this morning. It's all so soft and feeble, just like her bony body. Early on in this album, you will see that Hilary Duff has no musical identity. The songs were all written by the studio producers, leaving the only musical entitlement to be her nasally drawl, and because of this, there's random trials of different styles and different musical elements to fill up space for lack of something important to say. The instrumentation is bland. It's mostly just soft rock and soft electric guitars and drums backing her voice along with the implementation of typical bland synths of no importance or lead in the song. This is something very common with modern pop albums. It fools the listener into thinking that there's musical exploration and complexity, but once you hear some piece of a synth voice or world instrument, it's gone with the wind, showing that it was only inserted just to fill a gap or add another layer to the lame-ass song. The fourth track, "Little Voice," begins like it has edge, but that edge doesn't carry over into the bulk of the song and once again, Hilary Duff's voice doesn't convey anything past grade school lows. "Where Did I Go Right" is one horrendous attempt at a ballad. I was already ready to put a gun to my head with the sound of Hilary Duff's voice, but hearing her in this track, my eardrums were being scored by the sound waves. "Anywhere But Here" is more yippee bullshit. "I'm a sight to see. Rainbow colors in my hair" is one of the lines in this song. I thought I was having an auditory hallucination when I heard this line. It's like the producers were sincerely aiming to make her sound like a bimbo, as well. The song is sung very sterile and unsuspecting, which is unrealistic of how the world actually is. The tone is more in line with 1983 than 2003. Then, the album progresses and you come across more badly written lyrics. For example, here's Sweet 16. Driven down to the club, where we go to dance, radio's blasting and the top is down, there ain't nothing in my way, except the traffic of LA, and I have got friends who love me, bright stars shine above me, my blonde hair is everywhere. Sweet 16, gonna spread my wings, Sweet 16, it's my chance to shine, Sweet 16, discovering, Sweet 16, so much more in life, Sweet 16. Vapidity is the forefront of Hilary Duff's image. These lyrics are just so utterly stupid and feeble-brained it will make you want to ram your fist into a garbage disposal. Here's the best part. Mama loves me. And a sister who shows me. And Daddy's always there. When you hear this in the song, you will find out just how bad this part is. Like mentioned prior, she sounds utterly childish and vapid, which, under the right circumstances, could influence her young audience in a negative way. What a horrible gateway for young music listeners. By the way, reaching the age of 16 is not a milestone. Have you seen how 16-year-olds are these days? They are always doing stupid shit and making everything difficult for the superior functioning semi-adults they are grouped with. Aside from being given permission to drive, nothing special happens. Nor does anything special happen at any other age you turn, except maybe 18. 21 isn't special either, because drinking is stupid. And there's more shitty songs to go after Sweet 16. Who is the moronic bimbo at the start of Party Up? Oh. It turns out that it's Hilary Duff, of course. Party Up is just another bland anthem-type song that doesn't have any distinction to it. The bonus track, Why Not, has that same dopey, nasal, scat motif like in the others. And it persists throughout the track. The line "Take a Crazy Chance" is just more proof of how abominable she sounds. You won't even want to finish the album, because it's so horrible. There's not 1 ounce of passion, invention or ownership found within this record. Hilary Duff should not be a musician. This was a horrible decision by the Disney corporates surrounding her. She apparently still makes music, but I haven't heard any of her new stuff, probably because the music she sings doesn't have any memorable qualities. Stick to prostitution, but don't get the clap, gonorrhea, or any other life-altering STD. Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff is one of the worst teen pop albums ever made. End of story.